Whew, baby, I'm gonna tell you, I'm really, really glad to be back in Shreveport. I just got back in my apartment. I thought, what kind of bullshit am I walk into when I walk into my place? I'm used to in the back of my mind, like some traumatizing years of living in the Fairmont, where every other day I would come home and there's a note on the apartment, like for all the tenants, over some change, and because it's like the lease is like the rules are subject to change at any given time. Yeah, that's that clause in there that they could sort of like do whatever. So that's what they did like every other day, like for almost 5 years. Like I don't know if I was coming or going. But oh my god, I really loved my visit to Parkville, uh, visiting my friend Rusty. I really loved uh, at Kansas City as a whole. It's like Parkville is part of the Kansas City, Missouri metro area or whatever. So that's kind of cool. I got to see a little bit of, they do some great thrift shopping and stuff. You'll see some of the videos that I posted. It's really great. I didn't get around to seeing the fountains. I think what it is, it's like, after a week, uh, I was ready to come home. I feel like Rusty was ready to have his place back to his place because he was not nice enough to let me crash there. Next time I go, I'll probably stay in because I do want to go back. It's got a lot of richness, and I definitely do want to go back, especially to the Kansas City, Missouri, and you know. I can bus in, and then I can take a room for a couple of days, and then bus right back. I found uh, there's a really really convenient hotel just a few blocks, and it's within my range, and if I didn't like that, then I could always bus into Parkville and stay at one of the many lovely bed and breakfasts and everything. But yeah, I think for me, it's probably going to be whenever, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it this year or not because I just came from there. But maybe next year, if they do this really great rock festival that last year I went to see Pearl Jam and I went to see Greta Van Fleet within a few months of each other, like back to back. I was going on a concert. It wasn't like this year where I'm doing just a couple of concerts, but I was doing like back to back concerts. There were so many of them that I just didn't want to miss, and then I had a good crew of people that we were all going together and everything. So it was really great. Uh, we got some good local stuff too that came that year. So I mean, I was like every other month, I was like, whoa, and I need to maybe chill out on the concerts. Maybe next year. And I'll keep an eye out on that music festival because I know where I would want to stay, and it's that's cool. It's a little uh, mid-level hotel, just maybe about 7 or 8 blocks from the Greyhound bus station. So I could Greyhound in. I could stay there for the duration of the concert, and then I could come back, or for the duration of the music festival and come back. And then if my friend wanted to, he could come in. Because he just lives maybe like a 20-minute ride, you know. Uh, so he could maybe could ride in and we could spend the day or something like that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, he works a lot. I didn't realize how much he works. He works a lot. Anyway, but I'm gonna post a video. I thought I was gonna lead off with me leaving Kansas City, uh, but I got here and I'm so overwhelmed. So I made this video. Then I'm gonna post it and a note about it, and then I'm gonna post a note about or post a little short video where I'm coming over. I'm give you a tip up. I'm coming over the Cross Lake and seeing Shreveport. That first glimpse of Shreveport. Actually, it's not my first glimpse of Shreveport. I noticed Shreveport before I got to Cross Lake, and then it disappeared for a few seconds, and then it reappeared, and I started checking it out. And then by the time I realized it, got my phone and angled it and everything like that. And I mean, from the back end of it, you'll see it's a weird angle, but but God, it sure looked beautiful off in that distance, just as plain and as ordinary as any uh, small downtown area can be from a distance. And because it's daytime and nothing was lit, and it was really um, eclipsed by the huge clouds of our weather that we've had down here. So um, yeah, I don't know. My heart skipped a beat, man. And I don't. I think it's Shreveport for me, but I think it's other people when you go away from your home, your hometown, and then when you come back, and whether it's flying or taking a train or a car ride, but when you get that uh, familiarity, that sense of recognition, it's like, oh my God, it's like, oh, yay, like I'm home. That's what this was like for me. And I just think it uh, in these kinds of situations when it's your home, it's kind of like when you're a little kid and you like look up to your parents or your big brother or your big sister or something like that, and it's like, oh my God, that's like the best people in the world when you're not mad at them. And then, but yeah, and no other people in the world can top them. And sometimes the grass looks greener. And you take a little vacation and you think about it, and then you come back and you're like, whoa, dude, like my situation's awesome. And so Shreveport is that for me, and I cannot wait. I've already sent like messages and come back a little bit early, and then yeah, it was just time to come back, man. But so I'm looking forward to spending time with my sister and my good friend Jana and them. Jana and her husband Paul and everything. I've referenced them before. I don't like to talk about by names about people that I haven't like you don't have on camera, but those are all people like that I've referenced in previous videos and stuff like that, and they know it. But this isn't like about their life experience; it's my perspective. But I've got a few other people in my fellowships that I'm looking forward to. One thing about Parkville, I did not find, and I'm sure there must have been, but within near distance, I did not find a single 12-step meeting. And let me tell you, that whole state, is like, they're acting like they've never smoked weed before. It's legal there to smoke, like recreationally, and they have fully embraced that shit. Like, and I'm not hating on it. I mean, it's whatever. To each his own and everything, but they are really fully embracing it. You know how they have like commercials that are like "Don't drink and drive," and they're not like anti-drinking either. Well, this is kind of like their commercials are like that. They're not anti weed. They're not anti marijuana in their commercials. Their commercials are more like, hey, yeah, when you're high, you're different, and if you're different, you drive different. I mean, literally, I feel, I may be like stretching it, but it's not that far from the truth. Stoners are doing commercials about not driving while you're high. So, that's cool. I will say I like what they have down there. They are, um, their little downtown area. It's bigger, uh, and what they have are they have these scooters. I didn't do it because I wasn't, I was still budgeting my money, so I didn't want to, I didn't want to accidentally run up like $100 scooter fee or something like that. I don't know because I know me, I'll take to something and run with it. But yeah, maybe I'll try that next time. But you actually can like rent a scooter like without supervision. Like you literally could pick up a damn scooter or a bike, ride that sucker all over wherever you want to go, park it, take a picture where you park it, log out, and you know, it's like, okay. And then the next person will come along and they'll find it and they'll be like, gee, okay, I'll take a bike. And it shows you, like the app shows you where all these different scooters and bikes and stuff are like all over. Uh, of course, Shreveport's not really that, it's not big enough to really warrant something like that. In the nucleus in the downtown area, but that's kind of cool. I knew that they did things like that back in Miami. You actually could rent scooters, you know. But my vision is so horribly, like I have double vision. Like right now, I'm seeing two of you, and when I wave my fingers, I see four fingers when there's only two. Well, if I hold them up, I'll hold two fingers, and then I say, "Well, never mind." It's like a recursion of fingers between my glasses, the bifocals, my double vision, and the phone, and this and that, the reflection of my glasses. I swear I have not smoked out. I've not had any of that shit. But I'm overly tired. And when you're overly tired and you're in recovery, you should go take a nap. So I'm going to go take a nap. I'm glad to be home. Love you guys. Love, light, peace. And probably for me, good night. Oh, who are we kidding? Bye.